Hey there, welcome back to another video. This time around, it's a little bit something different, but also something a little familiar. As you can see here, I got some cover art, and I'm going to be reacting to some VHS cover art as well as some Blu Ray cover art. Um, this is a request for Harvey. So if you have a request like this or similar to this, or you have a film, a TV show, or another topic you'd like to see me discuss in the future, feel free to donate to either my PayPal, my Patreon, or my Cash App. The links to all three are in the video description down below, and I will try to get to your requests as soon as I possibly can. Now, some of these covers are going to look familiar because I covered them in other VHS cover art videos that I've done on this channel. So there might be a little deja vu here, but these are the covers that he wanted me to react to. When it comes to Blu-ray covers, it's only a little bit, and that's kind of a good thing because that's actually something I've been wanting to do. Is do worst DVD and Blu-ray cover art video one of these days, because I think there's a lot out there that would make for very worthy candidates for worst cover art when it comes to those formats. But here we have the cover for American Tiger, starring Mitch Gaylord, and this is just really a poster, but the cover art, if I remember correctly, looks the same because I had this on VHS. I don't know if I still do. Maybe I do. It might be another one that's in storage in Michigan at my dad's place. But yeah, I remember this cover art. This movie sucks, and the cover art is not great either. It really looks like Mitch Gaylord is judging you, or he's scared for some reason. You caught him in the act. You caught him starring in American Tiger, and he's like, "Oh shit." Uh, then the next one we have here is the Satan Killer. Yeah, from good old AIP, an incompetent picture production company. A serial killer so evil he mocks the devil himself, and he also paints on his mustache. You know somebody is evil when they paint on facial hair. Uh, then we have White Fury. Yeah. Is this whole movie just this guy going insane on cocaine? Is that what the White Fury is? He just has done way too much blow, and he's just unable to contain himself, and that is why it's called White Fury. Two sadistic killers, one chance for survival. Oh, look, it's our friends at an incompetent picture again, Action International Pictures. Yeah, this looks like ass. Then, oh, there's an old favorite, Kick or Die, the ultimate kick fighting machine. With this guy, looks like he's holding his breath, or he's um, ready to fart. Maybe both at the same time. I don't know. Really? Like, who the fuck even is this guy? This guy looks like the kind of guy who would be dressed up as a putty in a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger episode, and you would never see his face. This is definitely not the kind of guy you would ever think would ever star in a movie. Uh, then we have Blood Debts. Oh yeah, this one. Uh, um, where you just got a whole bunch of fucking nonsense here. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. He is the jury, the judge, and the executioner. A tooth for a tooth? When was that a saying? Does anybody remember a tooth for a tooth? I don't remember that. I remember an eye for an eye. I've never heard of a tooth for a tooth. Unless it's the tooth fairy, but why would the tooth fairy then give you another tooth back? I'm confused. Just like I'm confused looking at this cover art. He's got 4 arms and 3 guns, and there's a bunch of other random shit happening here. You got this lady who's, I think, probably looks like she's getting raped. And then you have, I guess, a clone of himself that's also at the top here. And look at his face. It looks like he was caught at the DMV and he wasn't ready for the photo. That's what that is. Or it's like a really bad mugshot. Then we have Death Ship, and I don't know why that's on here. This is actually a great cover. Like, really? Comics Alliance? Like, you're going to pick Death Ship as a worst VHS cover art? That's a cool cover. I don't understand that at all. Like, that's not accurate. I guess they are talking about the tagline. It's not just a ship, it's a killing machine. I mean, that's not even a bad tagline either. I don't understand why it was there. This though, I could see it for Invasion of the Bee Girls, which is actually a real movie, by the way. They'll love the very life out of your body. Ordinary housewives turn into ravishing creatures. And this is another cover art that just has a lot of shit going on. It's just randomness. The thing that stands out the most, though, is this woman, like, and whatever the fuck this top is. Like, what is this? Like, I don't know how she is keeping this cloth on her titties. How is she keeping this on? Is she keeping it on with honey from the bees? Is that how that's working? And what's with this shit? She's got like, I think it's a shadow. So she's got a sleeveless top that only covers up her shoulders and most of her tits, but not all of them, because you can still see under boob. And then, skin tight pants. That is definitely a very fascinating fashion choice, to say the least. Then we have Piranha 2: The Spawning. I don't know why that's cool cover art. I like that cover art. That cover art doesn't suck. Why is this on here? Those are some pretty fearsome looking flying piranha. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Then we have some more ninja stuff. Zombie Ninja. Yeah, zombie. Oh, it's zombie versus ninja. Sorry, my bad. I guarantee there probably isn't a zombie at all in this. It's probably similar to Robo Vampire, where there's no Robo Vampire. There's no RoboCop and Robo Vampire. It's just they had RoboCop in there. But yeah, zombie versus ninja, probably a Godfrey Ho movie is my guess. Then we have Strike Force. You got not Charles Bronson over here with his sunglasses with a pistol, and then you have this brightly colored neon ninja, some random guy trying to put the moves on this girl over here, and then some fight over on the other end, which I guess is with this Creamsicle Ninja's clone. And I mean, in all honesty, my money is on not Charles Bronson here. I mean, looks like he's got, a pretty decent weapon here. And I'm sorry, as awesome as ninjas can be, I'm pretty sure a bullet will beat a katana any day of the week. Then we have Ninja American Warrior. This looks like a shitty video game. This is what this looks like. This looks like video game cover art for some kind of crappy NES game. That's like a ripoff of Ninja Gaiden. That's what this looks like to me. Then we have Ninja Commandments. Really? Ninja Commandments? That's a random ass title. What are the Ninja Commandments? That's a fun little thing to do in the comments. Hey, write down what the Ninja Commandments are in the comments section. Ninja Commandments. I don't know, for some reason when I saw this, I just thought of Janusz Poha from Ghostbusters 2. Command me, my lord. Command me, Ninja Lord. Ninja Commandments. And then we have Rage of Ninja. Yeah, I can barely even make out what the hell this art is because the quality is so shit. Oh look, it's our good friend Godfrey Ho. Yeah, figures. I didn't even know that he directed this, but as soon as I saw this art, I was like, yeah, it was probably a Ho production. Yeah, it was probably made by a Ho. Um, they didn't pay the Ho enough, who did the artwork for this though, because this artwork sucks. Then we have Ninja of the Magnificence, another shitty Ninja Gaiden wannabe video game cover art. That's what this looks like to me, and even the title sounds like a bad translation of a foreign language, Chinese or Japanese to English from like a game that was made overseas. Like Congratulation. That's what it say. You are the ninja of the magnificence. Not very magnificent at all. And then we have Hands of Steel, which, in all honesty, I don't hate it. It's not great. Because what the fuck is with this barrel of the gun? Like, what is he gonna do? Take that and grab it with his robot arm and stick it up his ass? Like, why is this even here? Doesn't make any sense for that to be there. And yeah, the perspective is definitely a little off here, but I've seen worse in terms of cover art. Then we have Cruising High. Live hard, die harder. The only rules that count at Cruising High. Well, those are some pretty shitty rules. No wonder everybody is on strike here. No wonder it looks like everybody is a part of a gang or some shit. Like, this just doesn't match. I mean, this looks like some artwork made by some guy from the 50s. And then you got Cruising High with some dude with a chain and a spiky bracelet. It looks like something like out of a gang movie, like Class of 1984, and it's called Cruising High. I think the person who was tasked with making this cover art, I honestly feel they didn't even know what this movie was, or they were given the job for a completely different movie, and then they didn't find out until it was too late. So they were just like, "Oh fuck it, just put the Cruisin' High logo on there, and we'll just put the VHS out there." There's none of that happens in the movie. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, we fucked up, and just get it out there on the video shelves. Then we have Poor White Trash 2. Yeah, because there are two Poor White Trash movies. It's not trashy enough that we have one Poor White Trash movie. Now we have two of them. And yeah, it's definitely a pretty trashy cover. But in all honesty, I don't hate it. I mean, it's called Poor White Trash 2. I mean, it makes sense that the cover art is going to be pretty trashy. Um, Honestly, in comparison to some of the other cover art, this isn't that bad. Then we have Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. He wants you to give until it hurts. Uh, okay, to give what? I don't get the tagline. And this honestly looks like the kind of artwork that some nerd back in high school would do, because they're into comic books and they can kind of draw, and they're really big into fantasy. So then they do some weird shit uh, instead of paying attention during class, and then they show you the artwork uh, later. After the class is over, like, hey, you want to see my art? And then you check out their art, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's what this reminds me of. I honestly remember having like somebody at my high school who did some kind of art that made you go like, dude, you got some fucking issues. Speaking of people who have issues, the Mad Butcher. Yeah, I talked about this one. This is pretty bad. You got like a miniature woman who's in a grinder. You got this fat bastard over here with a knife, but the proportions are so off. Not only do you have this miniature woman in the grinder, but then you have this shit. Where the fuck did his arm go? Did he put his arm in the grinder? Is that where it went? Is his arm in the grinder with that woman? Like what? Where the fuck did his arm go? Next up, we have 2020 Texas Gladiators. This artwork actually isn't that bad to me. Honestly, I've seen worse. I mean, it is kind of absurd and silly, but the art itself is actually pretty well done. Uh, And the title, I guess, is the thing that stands out. I mean, yeah, it always has 2020 Texas Gladiators. That's an alternate title for another movie, if I remember correctly. I think it's an Italian post apocalyptic film. In the year 2020, hordes of road warriors swarmed across our shattered world. It was a time in need of heroes. It was time for 2020 Texas Gladiators. I don't even know if the movie even takes place in Texas, if I remember correctly. I mean, just looking at this, I'm like, hey, can the Dallas Cowboys go find this guy for their defense? Because I think they could probably use him. I think he could help the defense out a little bit. The Cowboys could use all the help they can get when it comes to their atrocious defense. So hey, go find this guy with the cowboy hat. See if he can help the team. Uh, but or maybe even this Mohawk guy. Get them both, really. The more bodies, the better. Next up is Equalizer 2000. I don't get it. I think this artwork is badass. I think this artwork is awesome. I mean, I I got the movie on VHS ages ago because of this cover art. I mean, look at this shit. This is fucking cool. I mean, I would put this on my wall. Look at this shit. He's got this fucking giant gun, this hot babe, bunch of explosions. What more do you fucking need? What more do you want? Then we have cruise missile. Yeah, okay, this is more like it. This is fucking awful. This is an eyesore in a multitude of ways. You got Peter Graves from Airplane and a bunch of fucking bullshit around him. And once again, the perspective is all off. I don't know who the fuck this old guy is. And then you got this woman who is looking, the complete opposite of a bombshell, to say the least. And then the title, and yeah, bad. Definitely worthy of being on a list of bad VHS cover art. Then you have Angels Die Hard, their battle cry, kill the pigs, starring William Smith. Yeah, this isn't that great either. I think a lot of it has to do with just the pose he's in. And he looks like he's in pain. Like, is this guy okay? Is he in pain because he's got some really bad hemorrhoids or something, or he's got serious back problems? Maybe that explains his posture. He's got really bad posture because his back is all fucked up, and all that stuff in the background is the back pain or the hemorrhoid pain. I don't know about all this other stuff though. Some ladies dancing, some guys on bikes. Yeah, it doesn't sell the film very well. And then we've got Master Blaster. Yeah, this is a pretty infamous one. Might as well call it Masturbator. Because, I mean, look at this guy's fucking face. He already looks like a perv. And then he's holding this woman like he's playing with a gun. Yeah, and we know what gun he's playing with. It's the one in his pants. Stop blasting that gun too much, man, or you'll go blind. That's why he has to wear these goggles, because he plays with his gun too much. And the next one here is Tanya's Island. Yeah, remember this one. Where her wildest fantasies turned to terror. Yeah. This is terrible. This is supposed to be vanity, but I don't really think that looks like vanity if you ask me. Does that look like vanity to you? And then you got this Planet of the Apes reject over here who is giving you his cum face. Like, this is all kinds of wrong. And then you have instant rage. Ninja power explodes with a vengeance. This is just another clusterfuck of a cover art. Just a bunch of random fucking shit. Cars crashing. I noticed all of these fucking ninja movies have like a shit ton of car crashes and a ninja in the center doing some kind of somewhat intimidating pose, and then some guy in the background who probably isn't even in the movie. And I don't know what the fuck is going on here. You got this guy or girl who's got a knife going through her face, and there's a helicopter exploding above them. This doesn't quite fill me with rage, but it doesn't fill me with enthusiasm for the movie either. And then we have Hawk the Slayer. Honestly, I don't think this artwork is that bad. It really isn't that bad. I actually think it's decent. I mean, there's some stuff that looks a little off here, especially near the bottom, but I think it has some charm to it, so I don't think it's that awful. And then you have Destroyer. Yes, Lyle Zato is the Destroyer. Yeah, I covered this one. This is some pretty shitty early Photoshop because they photoshopped his head from a different shot on this muscle bound bodybuilder guy. Because Alzado was in good shape, but I don't know if this is really the kind of body type that he had. And then he's got a fucking jackhammer with a scope on it. Why the fuck does a jackhammer have a scope on it? Like, why would you need that much precision for a fucking jackhammer? And then you have Mutant Hunt, which is another one I don't think is that shitty. I don't think it's that bad. Like, yeah, his arm is super long, but he's a mutant. Perspective is a little off. I will admit that. You know, got the short, stubby arm here. But honestly, this isn't that awful. I've seen so much worse when it comes to cover art for VHS. And now we have some more bad VHS cover art. This is 10 more bad VHS covers from a different website this time. And here we have Gator Bait. I mean, it's not that flashy. It's not that exciting. It's not that interesting. But I don't know. I mean, she looks kind of sexy. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, the title is not great, but it's never been good. I mean, that's the title of the movie. I mean, Gator Bait is just a weird title, but I mean, a hot girl in the bayou, like, kind of selling me, to be honest. Like, I could totally see somebody renting this just based on this cover art. So I don't think it's that bad. A boy and his dog, though, yes. And I don't understand the tagline. A super sexual sci-fi adventure? It's not really. I've seen this movie. It's not really what I would consider to be a super sexual film. And then you've got Don Johnson from, I don't know, Miami Vice here, and you don't get that Don in this movie. You get I think he's like a kid or a teenager or something, so it makes it even more creepy and weird with this tagline and this specific cover art. Yeah, no thanks. And then we have Black Rage. When you're a slave, you only have one weapon. Black Rage. This is so fucking bad. Now, this has to be like one of the worst. Who the fuck is this guy? Virgil's brother? His little run of a brother? Like, who the fuck is this guy in the overalls, man? And like, I hope he got paid a lot, or at least he got to take home a nice looking hooker after this, because like, Jesus Christ. Like, the guy deserved to at least get some money or some pussy for putting himself on display like this. Like, it's just so embarrassing and pathetic looking. Um, then you have The Legend of Gatorface. Yeah, not that great, but the movie sucks. So it's actually pretty pretty fair advertising because it's realistic. Like that's what the gator face looks like in this movie. Um, then you have Angel 4 Undercover. Yeah, this one's pretty god awful. I mean, once again, really bad Photoshop. What the fuck is going on with her legs? Like, and look at this fucking hand. Like, the head is a pinhead. Like, none of this matches. There's no way that this is the same model. They just took some other random woman's face and just kind of cut and pasted in there on these other women's bodies, and it honestly kind of creeps me out. It looks like the kind of shit that a fucking serial killer would have put together in the 90s and would have sent to the cops. Like, uh this is definitely not selling the movie by any means whatsoever. And then you have Alice, Sweet Alice. Yeah, this one's pretty fucking bad. You got this fat bastard here with a fucking fan. You got Casey Jones in a dress. Like, what the fuck is going on, Casey? And then you got Brooke Shields. Yes, this is fucking awful. Um, then you got Silent Rage. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, it's not the most exciting cover art, but I don't think it's worthy of like being on the worst VHS cover art list. And then Carney. Yeah, Carney is it's a pretty disturbing film to watch nowadays. And it's not just because you get to see Gary Busey in terrifying clown makeup. Jodie Foster, I think she's underage in this, and it's just very skeevy film, so it's just kind of not an easy watch. But yeah, I mean, Gary Busey, honestly, in clown makeup is giving fucking serial killer vibes here too. Like, he's giving Gacy a run for his money with this whole appearance here. And then next up we have Mom. I don't think this cover art is that bad. It's simple, but I don't think it's like an eyesore or anything. It's not particularly structured in a poor way, and I think it has some charm to it. So I disagree. This one though, yeah, Invisible Strangler. Here we go, a classic. Once again, somebody hired their 5-year-old, their toddler, to do the cover art for the VHS, and this woman's face and her whole reaction is exactly how I feel while I'm looking at this fucking cover art. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, oh my God. And then we have some bad Blu-ray artwork here. The Peacemaker. Not great, but I honestly, this isn't as bad as some of the other artwork that I've seen when it comes to Blu-ray artwork. Like, this isn't Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, for instance. Pleasantville, another one that's not the best, but also not the worst. I kind of don't understand why it's here. Wanted, yeah, this cover art has always sucked. Like, what is this? You got the blurred background. You got McAvoy and Jolie in a very awkward pose. It took screenshots from like a really weird scene, and then the slanted Wanted logo is like, yeah, this is not good. This looks like the person who designed this was drunk or on a bender. That's what it looks like. Buried. I don't get it. This isn't that bad. Like, okay, what it is lazy, but like, it doesn't look bad. So I don't care if it's a lazy bit of cover art. It has to like look bad, like this. And Justice for All, yes, this cover art sucks dick. I mean, look at this. Can we get some justice for Al Pacino? Because who the fuck is this? Because this is not Al Pacino's body. They just cut off his head and put it on some random dude's body. Because this is definitely not Al Pacino. And then the lazy background and everything. Yeah, this is awful. This is atrocious. Lost in Translation, don't get it. It's not bad. This is just the poster. So I don't understand why that's on there. LA Confidential, another one that's not the worst. Yeah, it's lazy, but I mean, Kim Basinger, man, she makes for a pretty striking image, striking bit of cover art. Definitely grabs your eye. I don't hate it. Then we have National Lampoon's Vacation. Yeah, this one is pretty bad. I always remember this one being bad, but it's not as bad as the collector's edition, which is worse. But this is still pretty bad because of the way that they Photoshop everything in, like the sign, the dip sign, all the things that Chevy is carrying, the Wally World logo, and this looks like a shit cloud. Like this looks like the family truckster is shitting itself. That is not a good look at all. Full Metal Jacket, yeah, this is not a great bit of cover art. It's pretty lazy, uninspired. It really makes the film look very bland. But to be fair, the movie poster was kind of bland too. So that being said, I definitely feel they could have put more effort into this. Secretary, I mean, not great, but the post I've seen the poster for this film and it's not that great either. And I kind of like how it's designed, as if it's the hallway and then the girl here, the secretary Maggie Gyllenhaal, she's actually climbing over the title. Um, but yeah, James Spader's like surprised face isn't really the best selling point. But I don't hate this. I really don't. This, yes, I've always hated this fucking convoluted, jumbled bit of nonsense. It's such a just absurd, ridiculous looking cover. I mean, what is this? Too much fucking shit going on. And what makes it even worse is there was a release of this that had like a crime scene evidence bag. Like it is in a plastic bag. And then with this cover art, which I think that's why it's set up like this. So then when it's in the plastic bag, then it kind of looks like it's sealed evidence, but it just doesn't work at all. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Yeah, very lazy. But I don't know. Like, I've seen worse. And it's another film where the poster wasn't really that interesting or that uh, uh, cool to look at either. Next one is The Resident. Yeah, this is pretty fucking bad. Once again, very lazy. But the worst thing about it is just the framing. Like, it just looks like Hilary Swank and Jeffrey Dean Morgan are like morphing into one another. Like they're the thing. Like it's not a good thing to look at. Like it's very ugly and clunky and honestly the quality too with the airbrushing on Swank's face, it makes her look like she's a fucking mannequin. Yeah, that's not good. The Machinist, no, I mean, I don't get it. I actually don't mind this artwork. It's fine. It's simplistic, it's simple, but it definitely represents the film, so I don't think it's that bad. Excalibur, in comparison to the theatrical poster, yes, this sucks. But in comparison to some other Warner Brothers Blu Ray cover art they've done over the years, not the worst. Like, I actually don't hate it, but it's not great, for sure. There's just a bunch of random images that are just kind of slapped in here with a generic Camelot background and then like different sort of effects they added afterwards. But I don't despise this enough to put it on a worst list. Poltergeist 2, yes, this cover art is atrocious. It's egregious. It always has been. What the fuck were they thinking with this artwork? I have no idea. And it looks like they just, I guess, copied Carol Ann twice for some reason. Is it because it's Poltergeist 2? It's why you have two shitty images of Carol Ann in one cover art? Then you have True Grit. Not great. Definitely very lazy, uninspired Photoshop garbage, with the taking a photo of John Wayne and then making a sepia tone, and then the title takes up half the fucking cover art. But also not the worst, but I can see people's arguments for it, but I don't understand why this is like 9. Next up we have My Cousin Vinny. Another one I don't understand why it's on here. It's not the most visually appealing cover art, but I've seen way worse, and this is honestly better than the VHS cover art or the poster. The poster sucked even more. Poster didn't even really have much about it that really drew your eye to it. It was just a random like long shot of the courtroom, I think, with Joe Pesci and Marissa Tomei. Like, the original artwork wasn't really that great either. So this is a little bit better, but still not great. But I mean, I don't hate it. It's definitely of its time, though. This is definitely from around the 2000s, because I remember this being on like the collector's edition DVD. Then we have the New World. Yeah, more lazy Photoshop. The titles is really what makes it look pretty bad to me, but not top 10 worst. This one, though, yes, the alternate Omen cover, absolutely. Like, what is this shitty looking PNG with the bleeding eyes? And then, like, this is just bad. This is fucking atrocious. And this is not representative at all of the movie. Where is this fucking bloody angel in the film? Can anybody tell me where it is? Nobody can, because it's not in the fucking movie. Then there's I Saw the Devil. I don't understand this choice at all. The person who made this list put it on here because they appreciate the thought that was put into it, but they thought it was botched and thought it wasn't very aesthetically pleasing. Like, I don't mind this cover. I think it's fine. Never Let Me Go. Another very lazy bit of Photoshop, but not top 5 worst. Groundhog Day, yes, this is bad. This is notoriously bad. I mean, god damn it, this is so fucking bad. There's so many things that are bad about this. This Happy Madison fucking font. This movie is not anything like a Happy Madison movie. Bill looks like he's dead, and they stuffed him. The hands, where the fuck are they coming from? I have no idea. I don't even know where this hand is coming from. It looks like it's coming from the sky. Or out of Andy McDowell's shoulder. And yeah, this is not a flattering look for Andy. And then this fucking thing with the clock with a mini Bill Murray, like, and then the special 15th anniversary edition. Yeah, I hate everything about this cover. So yeah, this is definitely worthy of being on the list. Minority Report, it's boring, it's plain. The original poster wasn't that great either. I mean, yeah, it's not good. I mean, you got the fucking floating hand here that has like, I guess it's got all 5 fingers, but it looks like an alien hand because of the way that the fingers are situated. Tom Cruise looks like he's also dead. More mannequin face here. Actually, you know what? The more I look at this, the more it sucks. So I honestly, I can see this being on a list. the airbrushing is so fucking awful here. Like, what happened to his ear? And like, look at this fucking shit. It makes him look like he's balding too. Like, this is not flat. This is not a good look for Tom at all. Looks like a fucking egghead. This did that, yeah. And then the weird circle logo here, and then the shitty looking PNG on the bottom. Yeah, that is not good. Near Dark. I mean, this one is infamous for a reason. The Twilight Near Dark Blu-ray cover art. What the fuck is this? Like, what the hell did they do to Adrian Passadar? Like, what in the name of fucking Edward is this fucking bullshit? And the positioning of the faces, and then just the laziness of it. It sucks ass. It's so bad. Um, this artwork is so shitty. I'm pretty sure people actually passed on watching this movie because of the cover art. Oh, it's another fucking Twilight movie? No, no thanks. But it's not. It's not Twilight. It's not a Twilight film. It is nothing like Twilight. And speaking of Near Dark, can we please get another release? Why is this still the only release that is out there? It's not only out of print, it's also not very good. The transfer is dated as hell. It really is not that great of a transfer and a remaster by Lionsgate. And then you have the shitty cover art on top of it. Like, can we get a release from Second Sight or Arrow Video or Vinegar Syndrome or Shout Factory, if they still exist? Like, can we get something? I've heard about it. I heard somebody who worked for Second Sight mentioning it, hinting at it, like 2 years ago, but then nothing has ever came from it. So what the fuck is going on with Near Dark? I do know one thing that's going on with Near Dark. It has some really infamously shitty cover art, that's for sure. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it entertaining. And there's more where this is coming from, because I will definitely be doing a sequel source to this on worst DVD cover art and worst Blu-ray cover art. Maybe I'll split them up into 2 different videos: worst DVD cover art and worst Blu-ray cover art. But until that time, thanks for watching yet again, and I'll see you later. See ya.